My husband Nico and me founded Pulpo Gallery in 2021 out of the desire to present art and artists we really love. For that reason, we are more than pleased to present with the survey show a selection of John Groom's earlier works from the 90s, 2000, 2010, alongside his newest series, the Yantra paintings here at Pulpo Gallery.
Yeah, survey. We decided to call it the survey show because it's not big enough to be called a retrospective. So in a way, this exhibition is like a survey. It's an overview of different parts of my life. Katerina and Nico came to the studio and they saw the recent body of work called the Yantra paintings, a series that I started in late 2023. And then I showed them my storage. I have quite a large storage area. And then Nico actually suggested, when we were talking about doing the exhibition, to have work from as early as possible. I was living in New York in 1988, and I met a gallerist called Pamela Auchincloss. And she came to the studio a few times, and I was painting a series. They were called the Assumption paintings. And they were rather large format, and I was using copper powder and bronze powder in a medium of Alkyd I think we call that, I can't remember the name for that anyway. So I had this show and it was a beautiful gallery. And I think I showed 5 big paintings on 5 different walls. So it was a very reduced hang. And I was really happy with it. And Helmut Friedel was in New York and he was the director of Lenbach House in Munich. I had been living in Munich because I was asked to be a resident at Villa Valberta. That's the Kulturreferat in Munich. So Helmut Friedel saw the show at Pamela Auchincloss, and he said, please get in contact with me when you get back to Munich. And I said, yeah, I will. So we met. And he said, I'd like to give you a show at the Lenbach House. And I was really surprised because, you know, that's quite a prestigious house. And I was really encouraged. So we sort of set a date for the following year. And in that year, I began a series of paintings called the evidence paintings, 2 of which we have here in the survey show. They're rather large and they're rather reduced painting. And it reminds me actually how reduced my paintings were at that time and how they were a bit like brutalist modernism in architecture. They were very hard and concrete, I think would be the right word. The evidence paintings are made with a spackle technique. I was very interested in finding an alternative way to put the paint on. I always found the idea of a brush rather retrograde in a way, although now I really enjoy doing the brush oil paintings and of course the aquarelle. I found this way to build up a surface with the spachtel, a layer upon layer, and in between each layer I had to wash the whole painting. So it was a very labor intensive and a very challenging process as a painter. But of course that surface, the surface of the painting, gave me exactly what I wanted. And the reason I called them the evidence paintings was because I didn't want to have any evidence of the hand, of the human hand. I was not interested in a subjective expression. I wanted an overview of what color could be when it is applied without any sign of the hand. However, there are signs of the hand in the evidence paintings, but that sign of the hand is extremely reduced. It's very reduced. The artist walks a very narrow path between knowing and unknowing. For me, that's very important, because the more information you have doesn't mean to say that you can make a better painting. So I think great paintings come out of unknowing, wanting to find out what will happen. And for me, all the way through my career, I've tried to surprise myself with every work that I've made. Although I have worked in series, and there are significant steps in those series. But after I've painted a series, I usually try to begin something new. I like to start again, because I really don't know where to go. And I think an artist like me, I just follow the paint. I follow where the painting is taking me. I went to India in 2002, and subsequently I went 22 times to India. I fell in love with India, and in a way, I went to India to discover India. But what actually happened was I found myself, which was an amazing revelation, really, because I really didn't know who I was. But India helped me to define who I really was, not as a label, not as an artist, but as a spiritual being. So the India experience, of course, influenced my work. I just had to keep painting. I couldn't give it up.